What up, what up, what up? So I am in transition from one assignment and then like a small break and then going into another assignment. And this, I've been in Miami for the last 10, 11 weeks. And now I am going back to my hometown, which is Memphis. And I will spend some time there, a couple of weeks. And then I'm going to Japan. Yay! I'm going to Japan. It's my first time. It's must be my third time in Asia, but my first time in Japan. And so I'm looking forward to that. I don't ever know exactly what the assignment is. I just know that I'm supposed to be there. Um, you might want to say, okay, well, Lindsay, how do you know? Well, remember we talked about intimacy with God and being able to hear Him. And sometimes I'm like, Lord, is that me or is that you? And so I ask, I ask several times, like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this what I want to do? And He's like, no, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Just so happens is I get to do some stuff that I want to do because of my obedience, right? There's stuff along the path that I really enjoy and want to do that aligns with the obedience of me saying yes to the partnership or to the adventure. And so, I mean, that's something for you to think about too, because some of the stuff that you're asking God for is probably already packaged in the yes that you need to give Him, and you wanting Him to give you the stuff in the package, but not but you don't want the whole thing. You just want the stuff that you want to do. But what about the stuff that He needs you to go and represent Him in? What about the people that you are called to bless or just to be present with, right? When I say I don't ever know exactly what this looks like when I go do this, I don't. I just go by faith. I literally go by faith. And that's how we're supposed to operate, right? Remember I was telling you that faith is a byproduct of trust. And if you don't trust God, then it's difficult to have faith in Him. You can have faith for other people. You can have faith for small things that you're like, okay, hit or miss. But I'm talking about that show enough faith. It is rooted and grounded in trust. It really is. And that's something that God showed me almost 19 years ago. Just kind of woke me up out of a sleep and was like, hey, get a pen and paper and let's write. And I did, and I started writing about submission and obedience, which we'll talk about later. But the bottom line is that many women women don't realize the power that they have for good or bad with men. Like Eve was the influencer. She was the influencer. Eve was the first influencer. And, Adam, hey, taste this apple, right? Adam knew that he shouldn't eat the apple, but he did. So that makes her an influencer. Eve was the first. Eve was the first influencer. And so, but what he was showing me was that many times as women, we don't, obedience and submission is not something that comes easy because we don't necessarily trust and have faith in what the person says or like the things that they have said that they would do and they haven't done them. And so like it gets honestly in my part too, like I had to begin to extend trust past my comfort zone. But we're not even supposed to extend trust to the person. We're supposed to extend trust to God and as we love people, and we're supposed to submit ourselves to the Lord, even in the marriage. I have no clue how that got here. Oh, I know. I remember. So this trust thing, right, it's very, very deep, very deep. So there's different levels, and we talked about this like an episode or so ago about these different levels of trust. And this is yet another trust walk. This is me saying, God, I believe you. I trust you. And let's go. You got my yes, and I'm not taking it back. I believe that you have called me out here to do and be your hands and feet in the earth, and to love people and to help them see God, and see themselves, so that they can have healthy relationships, right? When people come to me for relationship advice, I always take them back to how they're loving themselves and how they love God. And many times, once we get that straight, the relationship stuff starts to work out. Amazing how that happens, huh? So, yeah, I'm gonna show you me packing. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. All right, don't judge me. Here we go. Boom, there's goes some stuff, and boom, there goes some stuff. And look, right now, how many suitcases? 1, 2, 3, 4. I came here with 2 suitcases. I'm leaving with 4 because, and I'm gonna have to share with y'all about this whole oh gosh, Lord, this whole I haven't always been like this really girly girl. I'm fully girl, full woman, all of that. I'm just saying, I like dressing and all that. Some of that stuff just seems really extra to me, and it always has. And it still does, to be honest with you, in some ways. I'm not judging. That's just not my preference. But I have found the more I understand myself through God's eyes, and the more I understand my assignments in the earth, man, it's changing up stuff, y'all. And here's something that I need you to hold on to: that when you say yes to God, He will change. He changes your heart. It's your heart that He's after. And then guess what follows? Your habits, right? That's what Pastor Todd says, and that's the truth. That's not just what he says. That's what happened to me and most people that I know. When we can give God our hearts, then our habits will follow, because we can't separate those two. And we might go back and forth, right? We might be like, all right, I ain't doing that no more. But then there's thoughts and feelings, and oh, he smell good, and like, we talking real, right? Like, you can get messed up. You can get messed up. But I want you to understand that it is God's love for you is never about what you do. Ever, ever, ever about what you do. It's always about who you be. Why do you say be and not who you are, Lindsay? Because there is a culture, kingdom culture, that I'm a part of that I just love. And being is a state. It's a state of being. You can't change it. It just is what it is. When you are trying to become, in a way. You are this and you are that. When I be something, ain't nothing changing about that. I be Lindsay Enita Campbell McGee. That's me. I'm good with that. I also be the daughter of the Most High God. That's also who I be. I also be the love warrior by God's name, not even mine, because I was like, the what? But we'll get into that as we go, because ultimately what I want you to understand is that these yeses, when you partner with God on these adventures, there's all kind of amazing stuff for you already put in the package. It's already put in the package, because God knows who you are, and He knows what you love and what you like. He knows the things that you've been like secretly wanting to do and all that. And I'm telling you, when we are partnered with God and we give Him our yes, you too go out and live like the birds. You have an adventure, and you have an adventure waiting on you. I want you to get into it. If you know that you have an adventure with God waiting on you, I want you to put in the comments. Let me know, what is the adventure God is inviting you on, and what's stopping you? I want you to tell me, because maybe we can break through some of those things to help you not be so afraid to trust God, and to move out on this stuff that you already feel in your heart, yo. Okay, I got to go pack, because I got to get on a plane in like I gotta go. I gotta be at the airport in 2 hours. Alrighty, talk to y'all later. Love you, bye.